Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my group and I will present to you a video about a heat transfer that happen in the devices that we choose, which are refrigerator and also water heater. So hope you will enjoy this video. Thank you.
I wonder how this refrigerator keeps my nuggets so cool and freeze, and why is this freezer on the top of this refrigerator?
Okay, so refrigerator use the concept of convection where refrigerator removes heat from the freezer and refrigeration compartments and disposes of it outside the unit. So why is convection important in fridges? Okay, this is because the freezer compartment is at the top of a fridge because cool air sinks. The freezer cools the air at the top and this cool air cools the food on the way down. It is warmer at the bottom of the fridge. This warmer air rises, so a convection current is set up inside the fridge which helps to keep the fridge cool.
Okay, just now you were asking about why is the compartment is on the top. But now I would like to ask you, what is the application of the radiation of the refrigerator?
Okay, cooling fins at the back of the refrigerator is rough and painted black. The black and rough surface is a good radiator of heat. The motor of the refrigerator can be cooled down quickly by the cooling fin. So that is the answer for your question.
So first, fridge is made up of two cylinders, one inside the other, and is not connected to any power source. Outer cylinder made of any solid material, example wood or plastic, with holes drilled in the side. Second, inner cylinder is made of metal and has no holes to ensure contents remain dry. Third, the gap between the inner and outer cylinder is filled with a material such as sand, wood or soil that can be soaked with water. 4. In hot weather, the sun's ray hits this wet material and the water evaporates off as the material is held against the inner cylinder wall. Heat is removed from the inner chamber by the evaporation process, keeping it at a temperature of a cool 6 Celsius. Fifth, re-soaking material with fresh water will keep the fridge working. Then, in the refrigeration cycle, there are 5 basic components. Fluid refrigerant, a compressor which controls the flow of refrigerant, the condenser coils on the outside of the fridge, the evaporator coils on the inside of the fridge, and something called an expansion device. Here's how they interact to cool your food. First, the compressor constricts the refrigerant vapor, raising its pressure and pushes it into the coils on the outside of the refrigerator. Second, when the hot gas in the coils meets the cooler air temperature of the kitchen, it becomes a liquid. Now, in liquid form at high pressure, the refrigerant cools down as it flows into the coils inside the freezer and the fridge. Next, the refrigerant absorbs the heat inside the fridge, cooling down the air. Lastly, the refrigerant evaporates to a gas, then flows back to the compressor where the cycle starts all over.
Today, do you know that this water heater is related to the transport process that we learned before?
I think this water heater
Yeah.
related with what we learned before, because because water heater has an insulator, so it maybe have a conduction process and convection and radiation involved in this process.
So the three of kinds, convection, radiation, and conduction,
Involved there.
involved in the water heater.
Yeah.
So can you explain that the process that involved in this water heater?
Okay, let me explain about the water heater. Conduction process happen in this water heater when the water heat up until become hot, and then heat will transfer to surface of water heater. Then the holder when the holder is have a insulator. When the holder is not have a insulator, we cannot touch it because heat overall transfer into holder, so we cannot put it up and down because it's not it's hot. So that's it for the conduction.
So how about convection?
Okay, convection occur in this water heater when we boil up the water, and the hot water will rise, hot steam water will rise up, and the cool water will go down, circulate the heat until achieve the thermal equilibrium.
Okay, so we know the two types of process of heat transfer, convection and convection.
Yeah.
So the lastly about the radiation. So how about radiation process involved in this water heater?
Okay, the radiation process involved in this water heater when the main source supply current supply we supply in the water heater this kind of rod, and then the kind of rod will radiate heat to water, and then until water boil. So it what happened in this water heater, what will happen in this process involved in water heater. So that's it for the three concept of water heater involved in.
Okay, so the three kinds of heat transfer we learn from this water heater. So hopefully you will enjoy your life by using this water heater. So thank you. Bye bye.
So in conclusion, all of these three heat transfer rely on temperature differences. So some cases, devices can have one heat transfer, but mostly occurs 2 or 3 processes simultaneously. Overall, refrigerator and water heater are a good example for different kinds of heat transfer. So that's all from us. Thank you.